Hi everyone, and welcome to the Tarot Circle. It's the 7th of May 2024 in the US and Canada, and it's the 8th of May 2024 here in Hong Kong. And how did we ever get to May? How was it May? Wasn't it January, like last week? I don't know.
It was one big weekend. It was one big
Oh
weekend,
my
right?
God, I don't know where the world is going to. And it's a new moon today, isn't it? So it's a great day to set
Oh,
intentions. I'm sure Kyla's got something lined up in the new moons. But firstly, before I ramble on anymore, if you like our comment, please like our content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We really appreciate your effort, and we really love pulling cards for everybody here. And if we can pull cards from you personally, then please do follow the link below, and you can get in touch with us there. And thank you already to everyone who's liked, shared, and subscribed. We also have a new Facebook page, drum roll, and it's called the Tarot Circle Community. Please hop over there. Please share us some love, and I'll put the link below there as well, so you can join us there, so that whenever we're not here, you can still be in touch with us, which is kind of lovely. And we'll try and post fun, interesting things there. So we've got a very special guest today, but before we talk about who we've got coming up, who and what we've got coming up today, let me introduce the other members of our Tarot Circle. We have going around underneath me, which I'm not sure whether it's going to come out like this on the recording, but we've got Barb, looking gorgeous ever, and underneath me. How are you doing, Barb? What's going on with you today?
I'm doing good. Some crazy energy, and dealing with some personal things too, but everything's good. Everything's like, yay.
Yeah, the energy
So,
has been fucked up, right? The last couple of days for me, I finally got my mojo back. Like the week or two before, I'm like,
yay.
Eeyore, literally Eeyore. I'm like, oh, God. But now I feel like yesterday I was a Duracell bunny. I was like, which is nice. I'm not sure how long is it going to last though.
Yeah.
Kyla, how are you doing? How's your
I'm
energy?
I'm good, thank you. I've been feeling quite tired. Like there's not enough time in the day to get everything done. And I'm not even doing anything big. It's just small things, but very tired quickly. Enjoying
Lynn,
being
how?
outside though, because the weather is quite
Oh,
nice.
oh, nice, good. It's nice that spring's arrived.
Yeah.
Summer's arrived here for sure. It's definitely hot, but it's nice. It's nice that spring's arrived there. Lynn, how are you doing, my love?
I'm doing all right. I am tired and exhausted, as all of you are as well. Healing from the transition of my Labrador, but all is well.
We send you hugs and loves, my love.
Thank you, thank you.
Right. So, before we start talking about what we've got coming up next, let's clear some energy. Kyla and Lynn, I'm going to hand over to you. You can help us to clear our energy out.
Hello, everyone. So before we start, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. We'll be celebrating Mother's Day this weekend. I know Mother's Day is already gone in the East, but Happy Mother's Day to all of you nonetheless. For today's meditation, we want to take a few moments to feel into the energy of the new moon in Taurus. It's happening on May 7th into the 8th. Let's feel our awareness come back to the body and focused in the third eye area. Feel the white light energy coming from source to you and activating all of the chakras of the body. Now see that energy extending down into the earth as if growing roots into the center of the earth. Feel yourself both connected to source and grounded into the earth. Now take a moment to give gratitude for this moment, for life, and for everything that you have. Take a deep breath in and feel your energy growing and rising. During this sound clearing part, you may wish to focus on whatever long-term goals you are hoping to manifest with the energy of the new moon. We ask our spirit guides, angels, God, source energy, energy of the highest vibration only to remain. Everything else must leave now. Over to you, Lynn.
Back to you, ladies.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Okay, back to planet Earth. Okay, so as I said before, we do have a special guest on today, and I'll talk about her in a second. But first of all, what we want to pull on is, so there was all sorts of crazy stuff happening around the full moon, and I think it was on the day that we did our last recording. It was either on that day or the day after, and we had those horses running through the city of London, and they ran for about 6 miles. And apparently, so these horses are from the King's household cavalry and their riders. And these are very, very well trained horses. You know, they're used to all sorts. They have to be trained with having bombs go off behind them and not be startled and things like that. And of course, their riders have to be very good as well. Apparently, what happened is the horses were out just on a normal kind of exercise, kind of in London, and they got startled by a builder's block dropping, and the riders were unseated. Some of them were injured, and one of the horses was seen with blood because it apparently bashed into a bus or something. And yeah, they ran for about 6 miles before people could catch them. So it was all a bit strange, all a bit weird. And on the same day, Big Ben, the big clock in London, it halted at 9 o'clock, and it bonged 11 times, and then it started again at 10:06, 66 minutes later. So you've got 9:11, you've got 66, you've got these horses running amok through the city. And a lot of other people have talked about this. Other tarot readers have pulled on this, and they've talked about, well, is it something to do, is it a signal to do something to do with the financial system? Is it something to do with King Charles, because it's the royal household cavalry that we're talking here. So we wanted to pull on this today. You know, what is likely to happen? Is this a signal that King Charles will be taken off the world stage? Considering as well, at his coronation, which was about a year ago now, there was this famous picture of a Grim Reaper walking past Westminster Abbey. So let's pull on, is King Charles likely to be, should we say, taken off the world stage within the next 3 months? Is that probably a good timeline, ladies, do you think? Or do we want to do a different timeline?
3 months would put us at the end of August.
Sorry, say again, Bob?
I think 3 months would put us at the end of August, right?
Yeah. Do we want to do that timeline? Do we want to do a shorter timeline?
What do you think, Lynn? And do a shorter timeline?
You know, what Janine's polls today was talking about Cliff High and Godlowski and who's the other guy that she follows. Between all of their information, it seems like stuff is coming up through June. So you want to run it through July? See if there's going to be something. June, July?
Yeah, so I mean, 3 months would cover that, right? So we've got the whole of May and then whole of June and whole of July. That would work.
Okay, so by the end of July?
Yeah. Who wants to pull on that? Anyone got their cards in hand, ready to go?
I can pull.
All right,
Okay.
Carla. Good. All right, so let's pull on. Will King Charles be taken off the world stage before the end of July? I mean, lots of people think that it's not really him anyway, and that, you know, the royal family have been taken out for a while.
So the poll has nothing to do with the horses. It's specifically about King Charles, yeah?
About a King Charles, yeah. I was just talking about the horses
No
because
problem.
was that a kind of a signal to
Yeah,
signify
it definitely was a signal for what
that of
exactly.
some,
It's
yeah.
probably a lot of signals, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, hold on. So she's pulling on if it was a signal to see if it was King Charles is going to be like removed, or is it a signal of something happening between now and the end of July? Which
Will
one is it?
King Charles be taken off the world stage by the end of July?
By the end of July, or will it really be announced? Because a lot of people, like you said,
Yeah, yeah,
think
and
that.
also there was a famous picture that I saw that looked like Camilla had a mask on. There was a real line on her neck, which was quite interesting.
Oh, there are a few of those out there. Few of those out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, that it moves a little bit when she talks. Like,
Maybe that's a turkey wattle.
like, girl, better get that neck together. Get that neck together.
And I think also with the horses and Big Ben and everything, I mean, apparently like the City of London, so you've got the City of London and then you've got the Vatican City and you've got Washington DC, and these are apparently 3 kind of heads of the snake, as it were, because they've each got that, what's that long thing called? The
Obelisk?
long obelisk. There we go. They've all got that obelisk there, haven't they? And I'm not sure, there probably are obelisks elsewhere in the world, but it's funny that they've all got these obelisks. And apparently that's, what is that supposed to mean? Is anyone know exactly what the obelisks mean?
Supposedly they were the center of town, but you know, we've been lied to about so much, who knows anymore. But I believe the obelisks for London, DC, and the Vatican are all on ley lines, so there's probably some connection with those ley lines.
And
yeah, go on.
Oh, and as quiet as it's kept my hometown, I'm not going to say what my hometown is, but it's in Florida, but it's a small town, nice, delightful place, and it has an obelisk in it, and I always wondered about that. Sorry, something I could look into. They have those all over. Yeah, man.
Okay, sending the picture across.
All right. All right. So how did you formulate the question, Kaila? I know I ask this all the time. It's just
the question was, by the end of July, would it be made public news that King Charles has passed over?
Okay. All right. Who wants to start that?
You see, I think with that eight of Pentacles in the near future, that either looks like by the 8th month or in 8 months rather than the end of July. What do you guys think about that 8 of Pentacles there?
It could mean August too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is what I mean.
Yeah.
It, but by the 8th month
Yeah.
or in 8 months, yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't it interesting? We've got the 10 of Pentacles next to it, which for me is, I know it can mean a bunch of things, but in this case, it kind of feels like it's connected to the financial system as well there.
Yeah, it could be the financial system, but it could also be, since the question was, I have my wand out here because I'm just trying to point for myself. I'm pointing to the card. But the 10 of Pentacles could also be, that's kind of like the people card as well, that it could be brought out and shown to the public within 8,
Yeah.
which is in the middle, by the white hat.
Yeah.
The white hats with the King of Wands. The King of Wands is usually the King of Wands. You know, some friends have asked me, the King of Wands, who's the King of Wands? Well, the King of Wands, it means a lot of things. It could mean, you know, a very artistic person, a leader, he's charismatic, that type of thing. But a lot of times when we talk, we do these types of questions, and we also talk about Trump, this card comes up, and it comes up with a lot of other readers as well. And if you look at it, he, you know, he has red hair. You know, he has red hair. Well, at least in these cards. And that could be him bringing it out to me. Huh?
Harry?
Oh, no, I don't think that's Harry. But it also, because Harry is not like a king. I mean, he's not like the king status. He's not like the older. He's more like a knight. Isn't he like the Knight of Wands? But the King of Wands is more like a person at the age of Trump, and or maybe just representing the white hats, but bringing it out to the public, and maybe an 8, because you see the 3 of Wands in it in the middle of whoever's learned tarot, the man with the back turned towards us, he's looking out at the sea. That's like they're looking at maybe 8 months. And the 10 of Swords aspected with the 3 of Swords, it's gonna be news that some people don't want to really hear. It's going to be painful for some.
Yeah. It feels like as well, with that 2 of Swords in the background and the three of Wands, that he's looking from afar, that he's had to surrender, to be taken off the stage, as it were, because I don't get from this any real kind of passing over. But I mean, obviously it's really hard with passing over to get passing over on tarot cards, as we've kind of talked about before. But I don't kind of feel that. Does anybody feel that with these cards?
I have gotten the 10 of Swords before to mean a passing over, but I feel in this poll, it more relates to an ending as it relates to the royal family on the whole. So I took that 10 of Pentacles to mean the royal family, because of the question that was asked. And so the question being, would the news come out? And so that's why we have the 3 of Swords, meaning hurtful news to some people about the king, which is just below the King of Wands. And in the past, we have the 2 of Swords. So I think we're definitely at a crossroad. Things are changing. With the 3 of Wands, we are going off into new territory. And I get that he has been removed from off the world stage for a specific reason. As you said, Ally, we can't say exactly with these cards, though, that he has already passed or what. But I think with the 8 of Pentacles, it's saying that they are working on certain things. So, and I think what I got from Lynn's 2-week poll that we're going to look at the end of the show, a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. And I'm getting with the Knight of Pentacles and the Death card, there's a huge transformation happening. And so they're taking it one step at a time. And so with these cards and the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck, there will be a lot of talk and you know, gossip around the situation. Maybe we might see the beginning of more news coming. Okay, you know, he's really taken a turn for the worse and so on. But I think a few things have to happen before they announce this. So as you said, possibly in August with the 8 of Pentacles. But I'm not getting a clear sign that by the end of July it's going to happen. I'm seeing that a few things have to happen, and they're taking things slowly and carefully. And once those fall into place, they're going to release the news.
I think as well with that three of swords, and it was something that Ashala said on her video the other day. She was saying it's interesting with the three of swords because you're being upset about something that's happened in the past already. And I think this is interesting. This comes up because yes, probably people will be upset, but it's already happened. So whatever we're talking about here, maybe he will pass over, you know, or maybe he's not dead per se, but he's not going to be on stage, as it were. But it's already happened. And I also think with that death card, it's just that continuation of this ongoing long change that we're experiencing, but it's all going to be for good. Lynn, are you seeing anything different here?
Nope.
All right.
No.
And it might be for the good, although a lot of people probably won't agree with what we're saying, or they won't understand it, but they probably will understand it once the information comes out slowly, just like that Queen of Knight of Pentacles, slowly bringing it out, just slowly, you know.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I think with that Page of Swords, it's almost like she, because it's almost like kind of a female there, is, you know, the Page of Swords. I feel, you know, she kind of almost brings in like a breath of fresh air, a breath, like a new kind of a new way of thinking with that. So yeah, and we're not seeing any really horrible, dark, nasty cards here, are we?
Nope.
So
No.
they're all fairly, well, obviously the Three of Swords, you know, and the Ten of Swords are kind of the darkest ones, but they're all, you know, with the Ten of Swords, you know, the sun is rising, so things will get better. And just as I say, the three of Swords, it's already happened, you know, so it's not going to get any worse. It will all get better, and death is all about, you know, change, but usually change for the better anyway. Does anybody have any further questions on this subject before we move on?
Yeah, it's just a lot of people, when they see the death card, they automatically freak out because, you know, it's given a bad rap in tarot cards. Tarot cards have been given a bad rap, so whenever they see that, they also automatically. I know I did whenever I, you know, first started. So it could also mean transition, slow change, or really, really slow and drawn out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Nice. All right. So I'm going to let in our little guest today. So we've got a lovely lady called Megan, and she's just coming in here. I'll just wait.
Mama
for her to
Moon rocks.
join. Yeah, exactly.
There's
Hello,
a Mama
Megan.
Moon. There's a Mama Moon rock.
Hello.
Hello, Megan. How are you?
Hi, great.
How lovely to see your gorgeous face today.
Oh, thank you. It's great to see you ladies.
Lovely.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes, absolutely.
So we've been provided a little bit of info about you. So I'm just going to give a quick bio for everybody watching, and please feel free to butt in if I get it completely wrong. So first of all, a big fat tarot circle welcome to Megan. She's the owner of Mmmmm Rocks, which she started over 2 years ago, and she sells crystals amongst other lovely things. And this business was her way of healing from alcoholism. And let me doff my cap to you to the fact that you've been now sober for 2.5 years. Is that right? Well done.
Yeah, coming
Megan.
up on 3 years on the 22nd of this month.
Oh, well done, mate. Well done. And she had a month in rehab, and when she came out, Hammy, her mum, and if anybody watching this is our friends, and they've been watching us for a while. We had Hammy. When did we have Hammy on, Lynn? Was it January? Was it February?
About a month ago. Was it two?
I was about
Yeah,
to
a
say
month
that,
or
I
two
was
ago,
about
I think.
I lose
That's what
all
she-
track of time at the moment. I don't know. So anyway, so Hammy's her mum, and it was her way of and her idea of creating the business for you, Megan, to help you in your early sobriety, which is obviously a very difficult time. And she's now working with you, and you've got a retreat as well, which is Bliss Barn, Sherwood Forest. So you're just to, and I'll put all the links below this video and everything, but your website is blissbarnsherwoodforest.com and mamamoonrocks.com. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. My website is mommoonrocks.com. Then my mom's is the Bliss Barn Sherwood Forest. Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
cool.
great.
But are you working with her at the retreat as well, or are you too busy?
Yes. So
Yeah.
we are partnering up for the retreats and also online crystal classes starting next month as well. So
Nice,
amazing.
nice.
So what is this, just for people to learn about crystals and what they do, or?
yes, I've had so many questions from people on just getting started on their healing journeys. They don't know anything about crystals, what they do.
Oh.
So there's been a lot of need for these classes for a long time. So I'm finally getting my website people to get everything added. That should actually be live here in the next few days. So I'm excited to offer our first class next month.
Cool. So
That's
this is
awesome.
an online class that people can buy through your website?
Yes, yep. So they'll go on to mamamoonrocks.com through my website, and then we'll have our first class is an introduction to crystals, but we'll have a huge variety of different classes that we offer. So they'll go and they'll purchase the class, and you don't even have to be on the live class. So if you still want to be a part of the class, but you can't attend the live, we will email links to everybody after the class as well. So
Amazing. All right.
yeah.
Fabulous.
That's
Fabulous.
excellent. I have a couple of questions. I mean, were you going to ask another question, Ally? Excuse
Oh,
me.
no, go on.
I just want
It's
to ask,
good.
first of all, compliments on your beautiful website. It's really comprehensive. You have a
Thank
lot
you.
of things on there, and it really is beautiful. I went through it. I clicked on a lot of stuff, and did you set up yourself? Oh, you have people that set it up.
Yeah, there's no way I could do that by myself.
That's just awesome.
I create all of
I'm
the
sure you
crystal
could.
descriptions and all of that, but I have web developers that develop the website for me.
That's great. That's great. And how did you get, because I probably didn't read that part on how did you get started in learning how to, because for me, I can't really remember all the crystals. It's like I can't remember, I mean, all the names and everything like that, but how did you get started in learning the names and what they do?
You know, it just started right before I went to rehab about 4 months prior. Like I've always known about crystals, but I was never really big into them until I had my own spiritual awakening. And my mom introduced me. I went shopping with crystals with her, and I just immediately was drawn to them, became highly obsessed with them, wanted every single one that I came across. And I started surrounding myself with them, and my life started to improve. And then 4 months later, I went to rehab, had my spiritual awakening. And then after rehab, I got out and, kept trying to do the nursing thing for a while, wasn't happy. So when I started my business, I just went all in. I've taken lots of classes myself, but I spend basically every waking moment educating myself. I wanted to learn everything that I possibly could. So everything that is on my website are things that I have all learned. It's just I work with them so often that it's just engraved in my brain now at this point, I think. But there, and as soon as I think I know everything, then there's so much more that I still don't know. So it's just a never-ending learning process. For sure.
I feel like that about a lot of things in tarot too. Are you you said you were in nursing?
Yes, I'm a registered nurse by trade.
How about
So
that?
and I still have an active license. I'll always maintain my license just because I work so hard for it. And it's always a solid plan B. But I don't actively work as a nurse. So
I'm the same way because I'm a certified nurse's assistant. So I'm your assistant.
oh, awesome. That's amazing. That's
I have my
amazing.
license.
Yeah, the nurses' assistants, we can't do anything without them. So
Yeah, we do your dirty work.
exactly.
But I've never really practiced, but I mean I still have my license and everything, but you know, it's just I work in the entertainment business, so I just thought, you know, but it's something to fall back on. I renew my license every I think it's every 2 years or something like that. But
Yes.
that's great. That's great. So yeah, anytime if things will work out, you just let me know. We'll work together.
Right.
I'm sure things will work out because you have such a beautiful, beautiful website. Do you also read tarot?
I don't do readings. I sell tarot cards and oracle cards, but I don't do readings personally.
Oh, wow,
So
wow. And what about your mother? Does she, because I can't remember, I don't remember if she does read tarot or does she?
she doesn't do
No?
readings either. She
Oh, I
I mean,
see.
we do them like for ourselves and things like that, but we've never read, you know, for other people. So
Okay. Okay. So you know how to do it, but you just don't do for that. I get you. I get you.
yeah.
I was looking through your website and I was thinking, wow, look how beautiful. Are you all like part American Indian or something? Or do you have, because I was thinking kind of,
I have a lot of Hispanic in me, and my I get
okay.
that from my mom's side. So
Yeah, because I was like, you have
yeah.
this exotic look. And then I'm not going to take up much time, but I have another question. Where did you take that picture next to your mission statement, or was that Route 66?
With the huge crystal on the
It was-
homepage,
Oh, well,
or
that
which
I want to know if that's real. If that's a real, is that a
oh, the
real?
picture of me like with my hands up in the air. Is that the one you're talking
You're on
about?
a dirt road. It looks like yeah, in the middle of the
Yes.
desert or something like that. Where were you there?
So that I'm glad you actually brought that up because not a lot of people ask about that picture, and there's a lot of significance behind why I have that picture on my homepage. That was literally the day after I got out of rehab. I spent a
Oh,
month in rehab in Palm Springs, California. And so when my husband drove from Nebraska to pick me up from rehab, and we did a road trip home, and my husband called it the reset road trip, and we had this like we took like 10 days to get home and stayed in beautiful places. I saw the Grand Canyon for the first time sober, and just had this huge spiritual experience all the way home. And so that was our first stop. We were in the desert outside of Palm Springs, California, and I stopped and took that picture.
I love that picture, and I could feel that energy. I was like, wow, her hands up, and she looks so free. And I just love the you know the desert and the and you can almost see the what are those tumbleweeds in the middle, like the tumbleweeds
Yeah,
right
yeah,
down
you
the
can. Yeah, I mean, we
yeah.
were literally in the middle of nowhere for that picture, and it was just, and it was such a freeing experience, just, you know, leaving sober with my husband and starting a new
Yeah.
chapter in my life.
That is awesome. You could almost expect to see you turn around and see Clint Eastwood, you know, walking out there.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that is beautiful, beautiful. Congratulations again. And that big
Thank you.
selenite, is that real?
Yes, yeah, that was at a crystal shop that was also on our way home on that same road trip. And that was in
Mhm.
Colorado. I don't remember the exact spot in Colorado, but it was a big crystal shop. And of course, I stopped at every rock shop that I could find on our way home from that trip. So
That's great. I love your website, has a really good energy to it. I just love going through it.
thank you.
And I'm gonna become a customer as well. So
Oh, well, I really
yeah,
appreciate that. It means a lot.
absolutely. And
So, go on.
She ships
no, I was just
internationally.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, Lynn, before we even met you, Lynn spoke very highly of you
Yes,
and the
always.
and your stones and everything. This was last year. She's been talking about you since last year. She says, go
Oh,
here
bless her heart.
and get your
Yeah.
stones from there and everything. She sent us the website, and that was a long time ago. Now we actually get to meet you, and now you know, hopefully we'll all become customers and we could spread the word.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
So, Megan, we're going to pull some cards for you today. That's exciting, isn't it? Do you have specific questions that you want to ask the cards today?
I'm sure. Yeah, I do have some questions.
Okay, what's your first question, Megan?
So when it comes to like the crystal classes and retreats that we've been talking about, that's a huge step, and a lot of unknowns associated with that. So I'm just curious as to will they take off right away, or is it going to take some time for that part to kind of develop?
Do you want to ask about one business unit first, because one might get kind of, it's always better with cards, I think, to be very specific, and then you get more specific answers. So is there which one of those would you like to ask about first?
Let's do the retreats. We'll do the retreats first.
And who would you like of us to pull cards for you?
It doesn't matter. Whoever.
Who has cards in hand? Barb, do you want to pull?
Well, yeah, Kaila pulled four, so I guess I can pull. Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be my honor to pull.
So your specific question, Megan, is
will the retreats? Oh, go ahead.
Yes. Sorry. Go on.
So will the no, you're okay. Will the retreats, like we just launched, like I'm just starting to promote the retreats and stuff on social media. Will they take off this year, or is it going to take some time? Is specific enough?
Yes.
I think that's
yeah.
I think that's good.
So let's take a look around the retreats and the timing as far as getting it off the ground. How's that?
Yes, that's perfect.
Good retreats.
So here we go. Here's the retreat. So can you tell us a little bit about your retreats that you're planning, Megan, in a nutshell?
Yep. So they're going to be a long weekend of Friday through Sunday. Every day is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we're going to have, I think we're going to do a big cookout like on that Saturday night. They're Friday through Sundays. But basically, throughout the retreat, we're going to have a whole different things that we're going to provide. We're going to have sound healing, different guided meditations. We're going to do things in nature, like as weather and temperatures allow. We're going to do lots of different crystal healing things, chakra clearing. There's going to be a huge variety of different things that we're going to be doing over that long weekend.
Cool.
That sounds like fun.
Is your mom going to be doing the animal communication and stuff too, Megan?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yep. She will be doing something with the animal communication as well.
Cool. So at the moment you've got that weekend planned, and do you plan to have other kind of weekends kind of planned kind of in the future? Have you planned out other stuff, or have you just planned out that weekend at the moment?
We're planning this weekend first, and we're going to see like how quickly it fills up and kind of see how this first one goes. But as long as our retreats are filling up, then we'll do them on average every month going forward after that.
Cool.
So we're just going to wait for this first one to fill up before we add on another one. So see how it goes.
All right.
So I pulled it, and I'm sorry I kind of covered the Knight of Pentacles. He was walking too close to my crystal, so he got caught up in the middle. So that's why he's kind of done. So, but all of the other ones are there and straight. I'm looking at Megan in the. Okay, we're using the Kachina knife spread. I don't know if you're familiar with the Kachina knife spread, but the card right at the top, the Seven of Swords. That's the past. The cards in the middle, the three cards in the middle, like the Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles, and King of Wands, they're in the present situation. And then the cards at the bottom, like the Nine of Pentacles, is the near future, this is the outcome. And then the two cards on the side, you can kind of consider them advice, or I just wanted more information. And then I pulled two more from the top of the deck, which is the Three of Pentacles and the Hierophant. And then I turned the deck over and I got the Knight of Pentacles. So what I'm looking at is, I'm looking at the Seven of Swords. It looks like you and your mother, you had really, really good, you thought about it and had really good strategy to get these things done. Now, it could be Seven of Swords, could be like strategy, or it could be like, you know, maybe somebody that you came in contact with wanted to take your ideas, whatever. It could be read in different ways, but I like to read it since it's well aspected with the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands. You all came up with a really, really good strategy to you just didn't jump in and say, hey, I'm going to do this. It looks like you actually thought. It's a thought, yeah, you thought through the process.
Yes,
Did you all do that?
Yes, absolutely. That there's been months of thinking this through before we even got to this point with it. So
yeah. And I see there's a lot of pentacles too. You see that, Ally? A lot of pentacles.
Yeah, there's a lot. Well, I was just thinking there what you were saying about with the strategy and planning it out with that Knight of Cups there. That's a nicer, slow, steady towards, you know, something that you love. So yeah, it's slow and steady kind of wins the race with that card, which is good, and you can just tell that it's a labor of love with that card as well. Sorry, I butted.
Oh no, I was about to say something similar to that, and that's aspected with. So we aspected Knight of Cups with the Knight of Wands, and that the Knight of Wands is, you all have a lot of passion, and it doesn't look like nobody's stopping you, because the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a lot of passion, a lot of leadership. You're doing things kind of like maybe different from other people, because the King of Wands is kind of, he's a leader, but he's a certain type of. He's not quirky. He's what's the word I'm looking for? He's not outlandish. He does things in an artistic way, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
Big picture.
What'd you say, Lynn?
He's looking at the big picture. He's overseeing everything, kind of, you know, looking at the challenges and everything. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, if that was the way I read it, if that were a Page of Wands, I'd be like, okay, well, they're on a good start, but you know, things have to. But you and your mom just jump around, and you're putting all of your passion in it, and all of your energy into it too. And with the King of Pentacles in the middle now, there's a lot of pentacles. Either you put a lot of money into it, a lot of investment into it, or there's already money coming through for you all, like money coming in. Maybe you have a lot of reservations, or you have a lot of sales or something coming through. Or that could also be a man that has something to do with a man that has invested or something. It'd be two men, the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Anyway, I don't want to take the whole thing. I'll let you all talk too.
I think also with that King of Wands there, Barb, I mean, this to me says about someone who's very good at what they do, someone who's very good at their craft in terms of like work. So and I think that, you know, just as you said before, there's a strategy behind it. But I think your business kind of acumen will definitely help you here. And the King of Wands, he's got a real kind of artistic kind of flair. I mean, look, he's got a gecko as a buddy pet there. And if you have a look, he's got all sorts of crazy stuff on his cloak. So, you know, yes, you've got that good kind of business kind of standing, but you've got that artistic flair, and which I think will be a lovely mix. But looking at that Nine of Pentacles, I think this is the really important card for you, Megan, to kind of look at. I mean, what does that Nine of Pentacles say to you? She's got the world at her feet, you know, she's sovereign, she's out in nature, she's like chatting to her little bird friends, she's got everything going for her. And I feel like this is how it will come. Now, you were talking about timing here, and I don't see any cards here that are really saying it will be a slow thing. I think things will be, I mean, with the Knight of Cups, you're really looking at, you know, slow and steady kind of wins the race a little bit, and especially with that Knight of Pentacles there as well, he's a little bit more slower. But and I think you're going to have to put a lot of work into it with the Nine of Wands for sure. But I think you're definitely, you know, I can't see any stop cards. Like there's no like Two of Swords here. You know, there isn't any kind of, you know, things that are stopping. I think things will pick up a pace.
Like it might
And
seem slow at the beginning, and then all of a sudden, with all of those wands, it'll pick up fast.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
I like
And I
that.
think, and I think also with that three of wands, you're gonna be looking. You might even be looking to go in slightly different directions as well in the future, perhaps as well. How would you look at the Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles as the
Interesting
cards?
that you mentioned that. For some reason, when we had your mom on, I remember we did some readings for her, and she came up as the Hierophant. And this is like a leader in the community. She's like the matriarch. She's very strong. She's very centered. And with the Three of Pentacles, what I'm seeing, there's a strong foundation there, and she's sort of at that foundation. So that's what came to me to start with. In the past, I saw the Seven of Swords being very strategic, a lot of planning, a lot of thinking going into this whole process. The Knight of Cups is like offering your heart. So this is not just something that is intended as a business, but it's more like offering healing, offering something, love from your heart to the community. What I'm saying is it's going to be some hard work, and some things may just pull through at the last minute, but it looks very good with the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles there. So it's a lot of intuitive work. It's spiritual work. It's not just, about Pentacles, which is like money and whatever. With the Nine of Pentacles and the outcome, this represents success to me. So in the near future, I see success with the Nine of Wands and the Three of Wands also. And I'm seeing this is a new venture. It's obviously a lot of work in terms of planning. This is new for you all in terms of the entire business or the entire venture. But I see it going well. You'll have to take things like slowly and steadily, and you will learn through the process. But I see success coming in the future.
Yeah,
I love that. Thank you.
Well said. Plus, you have the King of Pentacles, and you have the Nine of Pentacles, and just like Ally said, not only that, but she's independent as well. And now, if that King of Pentacles were a page, and that a Page of Pentacles, and that King of Wands were a Page of Wands, I would, it's when you have a new business. Yeah, when you have a new business, you want to call on a king of money and a king
Expert.
of experts, not the page that's just starting off there. And so it looks like you all are kings.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it looks like you know what you're doing. So
and the nine of Pentacles, she looks like she's at a retreat, right? Because all of the abundance and all of the nature is there, so it's very fitting.
Yeah, that is fitting.
Yeah. But slowly and steady, like Ally said, slowly and steady. The Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, they're slow and steady, but they get there. They deliver the merchandise. You can count on them. Yeah.
How does that sound? Does that kind of resonate, Megan?
Yes. No, it totally does. Yeah, it does resonate for sure.
Cool. Do you have any more questions based on that particular pull, or should we ask a different question?
We'll ask a different question.
Okay.
So I'm constantly, and like I'm sure Lynn can agree with this, I'm constantly like, I have so much going on in my brain, like I'm being pulled a million different ways, like from the second I wake up until I go to bed. And I always have my long to-do list, and I never know, well, which one should I tackle first, And so I guess this isn't just this isn't specific to work. It's just specific to like myself. But what is the most important thing that I should be focusing on right now?
You know what, Megan, that sounds familiar. You know what I do sometimes? I make all of these lists. I make all these lists, and then I divide them in parts like, okay, these are all the calls that I have to make. These are all the emails that I have to send. These are all the places I have to go. And then I pick and choose the ones that I have to do like today, tomorrow, and Friday or something like that. And I used to be really good at finishing these lists, but something happens. I don't know what it is, but it's like I can't get through the one list, and my list keeps getting longer and longer and longer. Then I forget about some things. It's like, let me tell you, you're not alone, girl. So
yeah.
You are not alone. Like Michael Jackson says, you are not alone. Oh, here, this is for Megan here.
I love
You
it.
are not-
Ally, go ahead and pull. Yeah.
Right. So
You're
I've
not
got
alone.
I've got cards in hand. Would you like pile 1, 2, or 3, Megan?
2.
Okay. So I'm going to put pile 2 on the top. So I'm going to pull for you. So the question is what do you need to focus on? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Like the most important thing I need to focus on.
What do you need to do? All right. What's your favorite crystal, Megan? And why?
Oh gosh. I would have to say Moldavite, and that's just because I started wearing my Moldavite necklace before I went to rehab, and so I strongly feel a connection to my Moldavite, and it's just one of those that I always have with me. So
You know, a lot of people put forward a lot of fear about the Moldavite. I've heard
Yeah.
that before because it pushes you to transform your life or work on whatever you need to work on, but it's so powerful. There you go.
yes.
Lovely.
My
This
little
is
Moldavite
pretty-
from Megan.
Oh,
Mama.
yay!
Nice.
From Megan, very good.
All right.
Nice.
I'm just taking a picture so that Lynn can stick it in the chat.
That's a pretty green color too, Moldavite. That's one stone I don't have. I guess that'd be my first order from Mama
Ooh,
Ringo.
yes. I highly recommend everyone has Moldavite.
I agree.
I have a greenish one, but it has like black and white specks, but I don't think that's Moldavite.
No.
Nuh-uh. Sounds like it might be fake if they told you it was Moldavite.
No, I don't know what they told me actually. I can't remember even the names of the song.
Okay, well that's good
else.
if they hopefully they didn't tell you it was Moldavite.
I don't think so.
So here are your cards. I mean, the thing that jumps out at me first of all is like how many major arcanas we've got.
No
so
kidding.
These are the ones. So
She's
these
got-
are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this spread. So in tarot, when you have major arcanas pulled, these are like your karmic kind of things, you know, things that you can't really escape. The rest of the cards you can kind of change, you know, but these are kind of things that are set up in your life that will probably happen regardless of whatever you're going to do. So the thing that jumps out at me to begin with is that temperance card in the past, and yeah, you maybe feel like you haven't got enough time to do everything, but everything will come at its own time. So you'll work out what the best thing to do at the right time. Your truth is the most important thing. So the King of Swords here as the current kind of situation. This is you. Speak your truth. I think that is probably what you need to focus on at the moment. So I'm not sure, you know, we've all kind of finding in today's kind of world, we have to kind of skitter around the truth a little bit. Don't be afraid to be that King of Swords where you're speaking your truth. There's nothing wrong in that. I think as well with the Justice card, this is you trying to balance everything. And I think with this five of swords here, you're having battles. This could be internal battles as well as kind of external kind of battles. And the feeling that I get in that is just be kind to yourself. You know, you will have these internal battles. Maybe again, I've just get this feeling of, am I good enough to do this? You are absolutely good enough to do this. So don't listen to that voice in your head that says, oh, you know, can I do it? Yes, absolutely, you can. And in the near future, we've got the Judgment card. and that's aspected by the Six of Pentacles and the Star. I love the Star card. I love the Star card because it's an Aquarius card, and I'm an Aquarius, but this this sort of says to me, you know, that, you know, you're a star seed, you know, everything will be absolutely great. Don't worry about a thing. You know, the universe has got your back. But I think with this Six of Pentacles here, I feel with this, you will come into your own by giving to people. And I think that with this retreat and your in your crystals, you are giving a lot to people. And I think having that at the back of your mind, whatever task you've got, what am I doing today that's giving, being of service of most to people, if you see what I mean? Because I think this is what we are all on this planet to do. You know, we all need to be of service, and if you can prioritize your to-do list in regard to that, that's how I would prioritize it. And I think with people, more and more people waking up in the future, I think that more and more people will get into kind of crystals and kind of the woo, as it were. And I think this is when businesses like yours will really kind of step into your own. And I've also got these three cards here aspect. We've got the King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Eight of Swords. With the Eight of Swords, I love this card when it comes up in readings, because it's like, stop tying yourself up in knots. You don't, you know, it's you that's kind of holding yourself back. So, you know, she can get out of her binds, stop overthinking things. Sometimes you'll need to spend some time alone, and it's good to spend some time alone to kind of recoup, especially when you're super busy, which it sounds like you are. Prioritize yourself, give yourself that time alone, and by doing that, you will become that King of Pentacles that we had before in the previous reading. And interesting that we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the lovely sovereign lady that we had before. And ultimately, this is what you need to shoot for. So try and prioritize you being sovereign and lovely and helping people. And if you can try and prioritize all your tasks like that, everything will be good. Does anyone get anything different after my massive monologue?
I love that. Thank you.
I agree with everything that you said, Ally. Just, I don't know why this just came to me right away, was that there needs to be a balance between giving to others and working on yourself internally. So what I'm saying with that Judgment card is the period of awakening, not just you awakening others, but it's very important for you to prioritize your own spiritual growth inside, because you are an old soul. You've come here for a purpose, and there's some sort of inner battles happening, but it's all leading you to your own awakening internally. So yes, you're here helping other people, but balancing that with healing and keeping yourself as a priority. That's what I got.
You know, I love that. And you guys are spot on, because that is something that I struggle with for sure, is the balance piece. So for sure.
It's awesome. That's awesome. I'm kind of looking at oh, go ahead, Ally.
No. What all I was planning to interject with is, like, I think it's a female thing. I think it's just a female thing. We always feel bad about giving to ourselves because we always give to others first. But, you know, it's that whole thing. Put your own oxygen mask on first. You can't give from an empty cup. And I think that we always need to tell, and it's not just a female thing, it's a male thing as well, because men do it. You know, look after yourself first, because if you're constantly giving to others and working super hard, you'll just feel you just burn yourself out if you don't look after yourself. Sorry, Barb, go on.
Oh no.
Thank you for that reminder.
Yeah, that's important right there. That's important. You have to look after yourself, and that's what I'm getting from the Star card and the Six of Pentacles. I'm also picking up on with the Justice and the King of Swords and the Five of Swords, that middle row right there, that there might be some type of legalities or something that's taken a little bit of your time or taken a little bit out of you to where it's kind of making you, you're probably preoccupied with that. Then
You know, we are
taking care of
actually
the other things.
getting our, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, no, with the legalities thing that you mentioned, we're getting our business turned into an LLC. And we actually have an appointment for that tomorrow. So that could be what that is about.
Oh,
but
okay. That might be that. That might be that. And that's kind of like you're probably preoccupied with that. Seems like that's going to go fairly well for you because you have the 6 of Pentacles. The things usually work itself out. 6s are even though 6s get a bad rap, like on the bad movies and what people say, but 6s, if you get a 6, that's working things out. And if you get 3 6s, that's like really working things out. You know, so
Hey, I'm a 3-6. I was born June of 66.
Wow.
And Lynn,
Hey.
you're always working things out.
Yeah, that's right.
Anytime I have any type of issue, I get on the phone with Lynn.
Same.
Hey Lynn, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And she really opens up my eyes. So thank you, Lynn, for that. I appreciate it.
Yes.
And anyway, the 3 cards up there, the King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 8 of Swords. Some type of financial something on the back burner about finances that you're trying to work out. I don't know, something with finances.
yeah, that's actually right on. You know, with our business being so new, we're just still trying to, you know, pay our bills and all of our crazy business expenses and try to get on top at the same time. And so we're just trying to juggle all that right now. And so finances is a huge part of that. So
Well, this,
absolutely.
Megan, this could also be what you ran into with building the house too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since it's you prioritizing, that could easily be what you guys ran into.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks like you can handle everything with the temperance. Temperance works kind of balances things out and works things out. You see her pouring the water from the 2 cups. Like Janine says, you can't tell if the water's going up or down, but it's really balancing things out. And then with that judgment down there, yeah, if you could, you know, with everything going on with the LLC and then the finances and everything like that, I think the first thing is to make sure you get your rest and your mother gets the rest that you need. And that way you can face the next day even better. You know. Do you tend to stay up late sometimes, or you just get in bed early? Or
No,
stay up late.
I definitely
you're
need
night
better
hawk?
balance. And you know, it's like I absolutely love what I do because I have so much fun doing it, and it is a huge part of, you know, like helping other people helps me heal. And so I have so much fun, you know, connecting with people throughout the day and working my business, that by the end of the day, it's like I'm having so much fun and I don't know how to stop. And then when I do stop, I'm like, oh my gosh, like my energy is zapped. I'm drained. I'm irritable now for no reason. And it's just because I'm so depleted because I'm not pouring any energy into my own self-care right now. So
yeah, I get that too. When you're wired up and you're positive and like, oh, I'm on a roll, I'm doing this. But then once you turn the lights out, like, oh my gosh, the bed, you know, that type of thing. But yeah, you just have to remember to kind of just, you got maybe set your clock a little earlier, get in the bed or a little earlier, and even if you don't necessarily fall asleep immediately, but at least you're in the position to do that.
yes.
But she has to wait until after she packages up all our live sale stuff first.
Okay.
Well, Josh is actually packing the live sale order.
Yes, that's true. Josh is the packer, the master packer.
Yeah, he is the packer. And they I think they're actually going to be done. They're going to ship hopefully Friday instead of Monday. So
Ooh.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Oh, y'all heard that first, Mama Moon Rock fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Do you have any more questions based on that poll, or does that answer some questions?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I do.
All right. Okay. All right. Good. How are you for time? Are you all right? Do you need to rush off to do something, Megan? Are you okay? Not sure how much time
I can stay for like another 15 minutes or so.
All right. Okay. So how about we do one more poll for you? Is there anything, any other question that you have burning at the top of your mind?
No burning questions.
Okay. We have some world questions if you want to stay on for that, and you can always chime in for that as well.
Okay.
So our plan today was also to pull on. So we have I'm not sure whether you've come across this guy. He's called, I'm probably going to pronounce this completely wrong, oledammegard, and he's been decoding false flags for a long time. And basically what he's been saying is that for every kind of false flag event that's ever happened in the world, there's a clue and a signal towards the next false flag that will happen. And he's talking about that the next false flag will be something to do with the Statue of Liberty, which is sort of interesting, because apparently the Statue of Liberty is not a woman, and it's actually like a Luciferian kind of, signal there. So should we pull upon, will the Statue of Liberty be the next kind of false flag kind of target? Do we want to put a time frame on this, ladies?
I'm open.
Should
I just want to make sure. I mean, we asked Megan if she had any other questions. She didn't have any burning questions, but did you have any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because I don't have any burning questions. When I was thinking, what?
Oh, thank you for asking, though.
Who wants to pull on whether the Statue of Liberty is going to be a next false flag kind of target, whatever that might look at? Who hasn't pulled? Kaila, have you
I'll
pulled?
pull.
Lynn has.
Yeah.
Do we want to leave it open-ended, or do you want to put a time frame on it, Lynn?
Well, do we want to just say it's the next fault? Will the Statue of Liberty be the next false flag?
Yeah. Because there's so much going on at the moment, isn't there? But the next big, because obviously if the Statue of Liberty gets hit, it's gonna attract a lot of attention, isn't it?
For sure.
Oh yeah.
How deep down the rabbit hole have you gone, Megan? Is this like all new to you, or?
I haven't gone crazy deep in the rabbit hole, but I mean, I'm still, I'm only like 3 years into my spiritual journey, so there's still, I'm open, and I'm always just fascinated by every new thing I hear. So I'm always open. So.
Oh, that's nice to hear that.
Well, we love our conspiracies, and we love to draw on them.
Yeah.
Actually, we're going to change the name from the tarot circle to the conspiracy circle. No.
Then I don't think we can be on YouTube with that one.
Yeah.
No.
We
Knock
might
us
get
off of that.
kicked out. No, we were saying, I think it was the other day, that it's interesting. Is like some people are very spiritual and have very kind of, a lot of spiritual understanding, but then their understanding of like conspiratorial stuff and what's going on in the world is like zero, or like really low. Like the amount of spiritual people that I know who went out and got the it's just crazy, because I just think what the hell happened. And then on the flip side, you've got people who are that they absolutely know what's going on the world. They're a real understanding of a lot of the I could say conspiracies, but they're truths, really. And their spiritual understanding is completely off wired. So it's good to be balanced, I think, because I think they definitely intertwine with each other, because this is a spiritual war that we're fighting,
But it's very surprising that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go on. It's all right. Go on.
I was saying that it's very surprising that I've been meeting some people that did get the jib, and they're very spiritual though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that kind of trips me a little bit, and I'm happy to see that. Yeah. That's kind of different.
And I think what amazes me immensely is the amount of like really religious people. And if you're like Catholic or whatever, and you're anti-abortion, but like these jib jabs have aborted fetal cells in them, and like what? Anyway, that's a completely different subject.
Yeah, that's a different show right there.
Yeah.
That could be a series.
Yeah, that's a series. Yeah, a lot to talk about.
Well,
Right.
ladies, what do you think?
All right.
Look at those. Look at that temperance as our the Statue of Liberty. Interesting that it's a female, huh? But we just said
Exactly.
So how did
Does
you,
that
how,
look like the
exactly how
Statue
did
of
you
Liberty
formulate
to
it?
you?
That
what?
reminds me of the Statue of Liberty. Yeah.
I know.
Exactly.
I know.
How did you formulate that? You said.
I just said, will the next false flag be the Statue of Liberty? So, but with the 4 of Cups and the 8 of Cups in the past, I think it was going to be, but I'm not quite sure. But then again, look at those aces in the Page of Wands.
Yeah, and Lynn as well. If you've got a major arcana, it's usually a yes.
It's a yes. Yeah,
a yes,
exactly.
and the fact that she looks remarkably like the Statue of Liberty. So
Yep.
I would say quite possibly.
There's a lot of looking out and looking for, walking away. The 2 of Wands. It's interesting. I think they've been going back and forth of whether or not it will be.
Yeah. Looks like they've definitely considered it, with the 2 of Wands looking on from a safe space, and that card at the middle, the 4 of Cups. They're looking at it as a possibility. Could
Yeah.
have been walked away from in the past with the 8 of Cups.
Yeah, the 8 of Cups.
And then the outcome is that the 7 of Pentacles?
Yep.
Okay, so the 7 of Pentacles.
It's an interesting 7 of Pentacles card, isn't it?
It definitely
Isn't
is.
it? I wonder if that's going to have something to do with the financial system too, then. There's going to be something rewarding about it whenever it comes out, isn't there? And again, we have a young female.
Yeah, because with the 7 of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite pack, it's like, your worst fears, isn't it?
7 of Pentacles.
Oh, sorry, 7 of Cups. I'm thinking about what's the 7 of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite? I can't think.
That guy is sitting. He's
sitting working, right?
He's sitting looking at his crop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, thinking about Cups.
I think with the 7 of Pentacles, it's still being considered. That's just what I get. It's being considered. It's not a sure thing. And then
Isn't
we have
the King of Wands typically our alliance?
White hats. Yeah.
White hats. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're definitely looking at it.
So if they did, with that 3 of Wands. So
And
if
then
they did
we
do
have
it.
2 aces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they did do it, it's going to be the alliance that pulls it off, not the bad. Because I don't see the bad cards here. Like,
No.
I don't see the devil. I don't see the Hierophant aspected wrongly or, or anything like that on the scene. So it might be something that they.
And remember, you
might
phrased
consider.
your question as, will this be the next false flag? So it's definitely being considered.
Yep.
But as to whether it's going to be the next one or something is going to come before, that could be why we're not getting a clear ace in the outcome.
Yeah. And I feel that the reason it's being denied over is because it'll be a real wake-up call for a lot of people. And
it'll be interesting to see what they decide to pull off with it too. What will they do?
Yeah, because I think it would upset a lot of people, if the Statue of Liberty went down, because for the average normie, they feel that because
is that what he said? Is that what Oleg said is going to happen? That it's going to be destroyed?
I don't know. To be honest.
He did. I don't think he said it would be destroyed. He just said the next like a false flag event.
Yeah, something's going to happen there.
Details. Something's going to happen. Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean if they do something to it, it's going to all come crumbling down. It can't.
No, not necessarily.
another lightning strike that strikes down the torches, or it could be,
Yeah.
what do you think
maybe
about that,
that
Megan?
star fort that she's sitting on is going to be a ship and it's going to rise up.
Wow, that would be kind of
Interesting.
crazy to see real CGI there, huh? Megan,
Well,
what do you
this is
think
the-
about what
this is
we're
the other
saying?
thing.
What do you think? What do you think about what we're saying about this question?
I don't know. I'm just kind of taking it in.
She's probably
Yeah.
like, what is a false flag? What does that mean?
Yeah,
What the hell did Lynn get me into?
Yeah.
I kind of get mixed up between a false flag and a psyop. Can we say that on you? Can we say that on YouTube? False
Psyop?
flag and psyop.
Not sure.
Kaila, the difference between a false flag and a psyop. Do you remember?
Okay, false flag, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like something actually happening, and so it could be like it's a real event, but what they're portraying it as is not the actual, reality. So there's more behind it.
A bit like 9/11 is the classic example there.
Yes.
It really happened, but it didn't happen
The
the
way they
people
said it did.
said or how. So yeah, the people definitely died, and it was an absolute tragedy, but it didn't happen as they said.
Yeah.
And then a psyop. How would you describe a psyop, Kaila?
Interesting.
You
Is it like a distraction?
You see,
Something,
I would describe a psyop as like a psychological operation. So it's like, a wartime thing, like COVID was a psychological operation.
To create some sort of emotional response or something.
Yeah, because it's basically a story. It's not a real thing that happened. It's trying to kind of I'm gonna say fuck with people's minds. That's how I kind of feel.
So then
they're really
maybe what they
close
do
out, yeah.
next, they kind of justify their next moves in the eyes of the public, although it may not be in reality what they're portraying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two terms are really close, and I get mixed up with them all the time.
Yeah.
I think our
So
news
thank-
media is a psyop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't watch the news. I stopped watching the news because it's just
I
So
haven't had a
depressing.
TV. I haven't had TV in over 2 years. 3
good
years
for
now.
you.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'll have the TV on, in the background here or there, but I'll have like Pawn Stars on or like some funny show, like happy, like something in the background. But I don't
Wait,
watch the
hold
news.
on, Megan. Not porn, not porn. Pawn.
Pawn, not porn.
Which is,
PAWN.
Yeah, let me
she's
clarify.
British. She's British. It sounds like she's
PAWN.
That still sounds like porn to me.
porn, because they say porn. Oh, a porn, like a porn movie. Porn movie.
Porn.
Oh, you're watching
I
a
think
porn.
you said the
Oh
same.
no, I'm watching porn.
I'm watching
Oh, no, there's a
porn.
porn.
Porn. or
That's
porn?
funny.
Yeah. Are those the guys that go in
Fine,
and break
Megan.
up?
If you want to watch porn stars, you just go. Whatever you want.
Yeah, now
Hey,
you
are
guys
those
know
the-
what I really do during the day. I'm just kidding.
Are those
Makes me
guys
break
that-
out my crystal weenie.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Oh, I didn't see that, Lynn. I gotta see that one.
Oh, all right. I'll get it.
Yeah,
Oh,
go get it.
Yeah, I got Lynn a beautiful big black crystal weenie when I was at the Tucson Gem Show in January.
Tammy and I
she was
have
so fab.
matching. Tammy and I
Oh,
have
is it?
matching weenies.
Yeah, they have matching
Oh, I
ones.
gotta get one of those. What is that? Is that obsidian? What is it?
Obsidian.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way to go. Let me tell you.
Look at that.
Yeah, she got a big one.
Yeah, that's nice to look at. That'll really help you with your.
What does
That'll
the
really
shape
protect
mean,
you. That'll really protect you there.
Megan, explain
What?
to them what the shape means.
A phallus symbolizes like power and fertility as well.
As well as other things.
As well as whatever else you wanted to symbolize.
Ah.
The show has just gone down.
Oh yeah, and it started with those
Humor.
prawn stars. Oh, bullocks.
Well
that's
done.
so funny.
Well done, and you can come back whenever you like.
Absolutely. Oh my
On
goodness.
this-
Oh my goodness.
On this lovely note, let's do Lynn's two-week pull, and we can ask Megan what she thinks about our little 2-week pull. So every 2 weeks, Lynn prepares. Is that a word? Some tarot cards, some oracle cards, some dice about how everything's going to go within the next 2 weeks and how we can negotiate all the energies and what's going to happen.
Okay.
All
Look at
right.
that.
So
2 of Wands and Temperance again.
we got, oh my
Mhm.
God.
Yeah.
And we got the
Megan, can you
world.
stay with us? Are you good to stay with us?
Yeah, I can stay a little longer.
Okay.
All right. Good.
Are you sure we don't want to pull, make
No,
it
you're
too late
okay.
now? Okay.
You're fine.
All righty.
So
Excellent. Excellent.
the dice we've got the boy, we've got empathetic, so not, spiral, and rural.
Yeah.
Interesting. And can you tell us what those oracle cards are at the top, Lynn? Because
This is the star. They call it stars, and it's in with the zodiac spread.
Is
And
that
this
from
June.
the Lenormand deck? The star?
The zodiac spread or the zodiac deck?
no, it's a zodiac wheel. You can see how the
Oh.
stars on the zodiac wheel. You can see Cancer and Taurus, and
Oh. And which deck does that come from?
that is that. This is the Kipper deck, I think.
Oh.
Nope, wait. Nope, hold on. It is not the Kipper deck. It was, I wasn't sure which one. It's the Gilded Rider.
Okay.
Or Gilded. The heck. Can't even read it.
Is it Gilded Reverie Lenormand?
Yes, Gilded River. It's Lemonor.
Lenormand,
I
yeah.
can never say that. Yeah.
It's
Yep.
French, isn't it? Lenormand's French, isn't it?
Mhm.
yeah. And is the name of the card, is it a 6 or is it a 16 or is it both?
16 is the 6 of hearts. All the cards have a deck card on the bottom that they represent. So it represents the 6 of hearts.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So we got that one.
That's a star. So that kind of reminds me of the star that we've been getting all night. Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the
And
thief,
who's this
the
guy?
temperance,
Thief.
and empathetic. This, when I read this one, this was right away, I was thinking, okay, we're going to have some truths coming out. Election truths, children truths, who knows, But I think some truths could even be Diddy truths for all we know, right?
Mhm.
Mhm. And also that thief up there, people are going to wake up about how we've all been kind of robbed of certain truths and certain
Our history, everything. Yep.
Money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and be shocked
Yeah.
probably.
And it's interesting that the world came up because usually that means, we're at the end, but the so
Mhm.
not means we're not quite there yet. But the top card here is really, grounding and taking care of yourself until we get there.
Megan.
So you line these up and you put the one on top and the one on the bottom and that dies to kind of like be read together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I've been reading them like all together since we've been doing
Depends.
this.
It depends on how you're doing it. Sometimes it works. It just all depends on what you get hit with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you have the gift, number 17,
Yeah.
107,
Interesting.
almost 107.
Interesting.
And then with the 7 of swords, okay.
You want to go back? Yeah.
And that's
it's
something that you
spiral.
got that's something that you got the 7 of swords, Lynn, with the thief back there too.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then this one actually, Barb, made me think of you immediately when I ran it. It was like
Yes,
2
me
choices.
too.
I was like, people are either going to stay home or they're going to go on an adventure. And I'm like, God, Barb's going to be working on that cruise ship.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Maritime adventures. 2
And
points.
I think that's a reminder for us to go into nature with that rural card. Sorry,
Yep.
rural dice there.
Yep.
Spend time in nature to get
The,
ourselves grounded.
the
with
star,
crazy stuff.
if I recall correctly, really tells you to heal yourself, and the
Right.
gifts for you to be open to having people help you, Megan. And Like how I did that?
Yeah, I like that.
What else were you getting, Barbara?
Well, I was looking at the dice down there. It says, what says boy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Boy. So boy gives me page, a page. So new beginnings,
Could be.
new beginnings, empathetic.
There's
I
a
think
Lynn,
people.
Lynn, there's a blank dice above empathetic. What's that?
It came out blank, so I pulled out another dice.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's some blank ones. Those I got the new word dice and stuff like that, which is cool. So, but they have they give you
Nice.
blanks. Yeah, so there's all kinds of different cool words and stuff that could come up.
Did you send me that link with the ones with the words too? Did you send me that link? Or you just got
no, you know what?
this.
Oh, for you to find them, to buy them?
Yeah.
No, I did not, because I just finally Tarot by Isabella. She has them on her thing, what they were.
Tarot, oh yeah.
Find it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like her. And yeah, okay, so empathy. These are actually hers? She makes sense?
No, she doesn't. She has on her videos now, she's telling you what oracle cards and stuff like that that she's using. And
Oh,
the
okay,
dice,
okay.
some of the dice that she's gotten. So
All right.
Paying attention.
Yeah. So empathetic, yeah. So it looks like when all these things transpire, people are going to start becoming more empathetic than they are. They're going to start feeling a little bit more than they are, because you know there's some cold people out there right now. You have some nice people and some warm people still, but with everything that we've gone through in the last 4 years, people have become pretty cold and stern and kind of mean and with angst. And I believe we're gonna start become more empathetic and open with each other. That's what I got with that. And just like Lynn said, yeah, the world to be kind of like coming to an end, but not just yet. So not with that. A spiral, when a lot of the information starts coming out and people start realizing, it's gonna throw them in a spiral. They're gonna their head is just gonna spin, unfortunately.
And I think that's where the strategy is, like because it's being swords, then how they're going to start releasing that information too, maybe to help prevent it. And that's why people have to be open to having people help them.
And
yeah, and I also think with that two of Pentacles there, it's going to be up 1 minute, down the next.
Yeah.
Down, up and down.
And let's not forget about the rural, the places where people are trying to get rid. Some people are trying to get away from. It's like everybody's come to the city, or they want to kind of put us in cities. And so
15-minute cities,
yeah. So we could start thinking about going back to, when we say going back to nature and grounding ourselves, because it comes out a lot. The rural, the rural. How do you say rural? Like I'm barking.
It's interesting you bring up the nature and the grounding aspect, though, because I've been like feeling a strong need for extra grounding and being outside in nature lately, like really strongly. So
me too. My kids don't want to come back inside. It's warm now, so they want to stay outside all day. So much for chores and cooking and whatever.
That's
those
beautiful.
can wait for winter.
Yeah,
right.
In Canada, you have to stay out as much as you can.
Really do, yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Lynn,
so all in all, oh, go ahead, Ally.
So what I wanted to say was, in the corner of that picture, we've got 2 legs of your unicorn. Have we got a big picture of your unicorn? Because I kind of love him. Is it a him or a her?
I don't.
And what's
have a
his name?
I don't know, but it's holding my dice.
It's amazing. I love that.
That's awesome.
I love unicorns.
Let's
my
pull
God,
on it.
it's amazing.
Let's pull on it to see if it's a male or female. No, I'm just
I'm sure Barbara can get to the bottom of that.
let me see that unicorn's hips. Let me see those hips. Are those narrow? Really narrow? Oh, that's a female. That's a female right there. Yeah. With those wide, you got to have some wide hips. That's why you get the Q angle.
Una the unicorn.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
And
Megan,
notice-
get you,
my goodness.
you know what you're getting into, Megan, huh?
Yeah.
This is fun.
And in that 3-week pull, there were 3 cards symbolizing healing. There was this Temperance, the Star, and Peace and Tranquility cards, all
Yep.
3 of them. So taking time for healing. I feel as if,
Grounding. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like if over the past few months, a lot of the 2-week pulls we've been getting has been saying truth coming out, you know, be patient. I feel like if they're giving us a peek behind the scenes, and I saw with these cards immediately, like they're saying things are happening, like, you know, look, we're it's a strategic thing happening here, you know, it's changing, the war is won behind the scenes, you know, keep at it. It's going to be hard, but everything
Take
is
care of
okay.
ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like one of the cards you pulled, I'm trying to remember which one it was. It literally said the hard times and struggles are over. I can't remember which one it was.
I think
Maybe
that
it
might
was
have
the
been the
Star.
gift. Was that the
Or
gift?
maybe the
or was
gift,
it the
yeah.
star? Yeah.
One of them. Maybe both of them. So hang in
Nice.
there.
Okay, so to finish up, we always have Barb sing a little song. Megan, do you have a favourite song that you want Barb to sing us out with?
Oh gosh.
Not that I'm putting
Hey,
you on the
Megan.
spot or anything.
Megan,
I don't
preferably,
know.
preferably an NJ song.
I'll let you pick.
You and your mom are like, you have the energy of 2 kings. I mean, not male energy, just kings, people that know what they're doing. And even though you're learning along the way, but you come out as, that's what the cards say. I mean, you know, that's what the cards say. So forgot what I was gonna say.
Barb,
gonna say?
Barb, how about rock with you? Get it? Get it? Get it?
Oh,
That's
I
a
know,
good one.
I know what I was gonna say. I know what I was gonna say. Since the 2 kings, there would be, I'm bad, come on, because they're bad, they're bad. Megan, you're bad, Harry's bad, come on. And the whole world has answered right now, but just to buy your stones and cards, who's bad?
That is awesome.
Bob, and you've also got
Oh my
MJ
God.
hair today as well. Was this
I got
on
my MJ
purpose?
hair on today. Well,
Yes.
no, because I have to wash my hair and I have to do all types of stuff to it.
Looks
And I
really good
exercised and
though.
got in a sauna, and I just let it, like, I was about to wear a hat today, so. But I
The
says,
head movements were everything.
Yes.
since we were talking about MJ and all that stuff, you know, and so that's
I
thought
love
I'd
it.
bring my
Super
MJ
fitting.
glasses.
Can you moonwalk, Bob?
Yep, sideways.
Look at those shoulders go.
Huh?
What the hell?
She's got the moves.
Yes.
She's got them.
Speaking of moonwalk, who knows if they really walked on the moon? But that's another show.
This is this is a different question altogether. And on this lovely note, so we don't keep Megan too long, we're gonna sign off, and we will see you again in 2 weeks. And I hope we've entertained you today. Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only, for the YouTube nasty people out there. And we will see you again in 2 weeks.
And we will provide you with Megan's Mama Moon Rocks.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put all
links
Megan
and
stuff below.
Down below.
Oh,
our
thank
new
you.
Facebook
all of
community
that
group
stuff.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out there.
Oh,
Just
oh.
buy your stuff from there. High quality stuff, people.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. And thank you ladies so
Internationally.
much for having me.
You're
Yes.
welcome. It was nice
Shit,
having you.
Thanks,
Thank you
Oh,
for
it was a
Megan.
pleasure.
spending time
Please
with us.
feel
to
free
meet
to
you.
join us on YouTube.
Oh,
And-
absolutely. And I would love to come on anytime. So thank you
Yeah,
so
come
much.
back whenever you
And
want to, so you
Facebook.
can. And Facebook, and come back anytime you want to, so you can give us your updates and everything.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I definitely will, for sure. So that'll be
Cool.
exciting. So awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you,
Thanks,
ladies. You have
darling.
a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Megan.
Love you,
Bye.
crystals.
Bye.
Love you,
Take care.